Hi everyone, welcome to Turkish sentence structure lesson. Today we are going to talk about how can you understand the structure of Turkish sentence. And here I will talk about some theoretical things though, and you don't have to keep them in your mind totally. Just try to get some sense of Turkish and try to understand the logic behind it. Okay, let's start. Questions are: is Turkish grammar easy? Introduction to Turkish grammar. Is Turkish grammar similar to English? How many tenses are there in Turkish? Basic Turkish sentence structure. Turkish word order. This is important. Wrong word order in Turkish is totally okay. Where to use inverted sentences. Inverted sentences are also important. Modifiers in Turkish sentences. And last one, how to make complex sentences in Turkish. Let's start. Is Turkish grammar easy? The most tedious part of learning a new language is probably grammar. I know no one who enjoys studying grammar even though they love the language itself. And the Turkish language is no exception. The Turkish language may have the most logical grammar system that you haven't seen in any other foreign language. And I'm serious. Once you master the topics like vowel harmony, we will see what is it, verb conjugation, and tense suffixes, Turkish becomes so easy to understand. And this is the answer. Once you master the topics, vowel harmony and blah blah blah, it will be easy to understand. But without them, it is not easy. Okay. Is Turkish grammar similar to English? To be honest to you, the Turkish language and the English language have not so much in common, unfortunately. The maybe only thing is we are starting with subject and English is starting with a subject. But after that, we use the verb, English use the verb, but we use the object. And the verb is at the end of Turkish sentence. They come from different language families. And since Turkish is not an European language, its grammar may be unfamiliar to you. The main difference between these two languages is the sentence structure. English has an SVO sentence structure, whereas Turkish has an SOV structure. Subject is in common, but the other ones are opposite. Okay. Introduction to Turkish grammar. There are the most known characteristics of Turkish language regarding grammar, and I will show you what are they. Turkish sentence structure. And nouns have no gender in Turkish. This is important. In Turkish, verbs generally come at the end of the sentence. Turkish adjectives and possessive nouns come before the noun they describe. Postpositions follow the noun they describe. Next one. Turkish is a highly agglutinated language, meaning the words are composed of a sequence of morphemes, meaning each suffix represents only a single grammatical category. And next one, Turkish suffixes help us to inflect a noun or verb according to plurality, person, tense, etc. Turkish has vowel harmony, and you will hear this hundreds of times because it is the basis of Turkish and you have to know it and every single suffix depends on vowel harmony. Most suffixes have 2 or 4 different forms because when a suffix is attached to a verb stem, the vowel in the suffix has to agree in frontness or backness and in roundedness with the last vowel in the verb stem or of the preceding suffix. And next one, Turkish verbs have 6 grammatical persons, 5 voices, and 4 main tenses. Meanings such as not, can, should, and if are usually expressed with verbal suffixes in Turkish, unlike most European languages. And you will see modal forms, modal verbs are most of the time a suffix for us, not a specific word. Okay, I'm turning back the slide. Okay. How many tenses are there in Turkish? You will see here some basic tenses in A1, A2, and little bit from B1, but not so much. First tense is present continuous tense, and mainly we have 5 main tenses, but with B1 and B2 you will see more different tenses because we have some special tenses to express some events, which is a phrase or different words in English. For example, we have this indefinite past. It means we say reported past tense. And here you need to use past tense, but this is reported one and you didn't see the event with your own eyes, and you have to say, I heard that, or she told that, but I didn't see, just I heard. Or I didn't have a robot, I just realized I did something accidentally, miss. Okay, in those kind of things in the past, we say different simple past tense. This is reported past tense, and the suffix will change. You don't need to say I heard that in Turkish. You will add just the suffix mushmish at the end, and that's it. The person already will know you're talking about something reported. Okay, we have present continuous, we have present simple, we have simple past tense, we have reported past tense, and we have future tense. These are basic tenses in Turkish. Okay. Basic Turkish sentence structure. And let's see what is the sentence structure. As we said before, SOV. Subject is first. Time is second. Today, tomorrow, yesterday. And the place is third. School, house, office, street. Indirect object is coming, and we have also direct object. You will see what is it. And do you know what is accusative in English? This object issue is related with accusative case in English, and you need to make your subject more specific. This is an apple, the apple example. If you know which apple is it, you have to say the apple. But if you don't know, you can say just an apple. Or if you're talking about a specific dress, and if I know which dress is that, you can say the dress. But if it is just a dress, which is unfamiliar to us, we don't know what is it, and we didn't see it before, or you didn't mention about it before. This is just a dress. And this direct and indirect object issue is something like that. And if it is direct object, you know which object is it? It means the apple. And if it is indirect object, you will know it is just an apple. And modifiers we have related with adverbs. And verb will be at the end. This is the basic Turkish sentence structure. Let's continue. The typical Turkish word order is SOV, which means that the subject comes first, followed by an object, and then a verb. Let's go over what a subject, object, and verb are in Turkish. A subject is the person or thing that performs the action. An object is a noun or noun phrase that the verb affects. A verb is a word that represents an action or state. Turkish word order in regular sentence. And we saw before here subject, time, place, indirect and direct objects, modifier of the verb, which is adverbs, and the verb is at the end. This is the order for a long, complex sentence, but it is an SOV structure at its core. Remember that in a typical Turkish sentence, verbs are always placed at the end. Let's check various regular sentences in the examples below. Positive sentences, negative sentences, imperative sentences. And another reminder for you, you don't have to keep all of those informations in your mind at the beginning of the Turkish lessons, because my aim is not bothering you. My aim is just to show what is Turkish sentence exactly. And when you see a sentence or when you try to create a sentence, you can have some struggles about the sequence of the words. And there are some Turkish sentences here. I know it is too early to look at them. That's why I wrote the meaning of them. Just try to understand the logic of the sentence. Don't so care the words at that point because it is not a vocabulary class. It is mainly the grammar class because we have to know the sentence structure. Okay, let's start with positive sentences. Yarın alışverişe gideceğim. I'll go shopping tomorrow. And now in English, I is okay. And it is ben subject. It is ben yarın alışverişe gideceğim mainly. And will go, this part. Gitmek is verb for Turkish, git part. And when you say will go, this ecek part will be feature tense suffix. And why we don't say ben in that sentence? Because at the end of the sentence you will see im part. It is mainly I am. Because every single subject has their own personal suffixes in Turkish. And when you say gideceğim, it is I will. If I want to say you will, I will say gideceksin. And the last part, personal suffix part, will change. That's why you don't have to say the name of the subject in your sentence if they don't have any special name like Cleopatra, Alexandra, something, something. And here, yarın alışverişe gideceğim. Yarın is tomorrow. And I started with I subject, ben, after that time came yarın, and to place, to where, alışverişe, this is the place, alışverişe gideceğim, shopping. And next sentence, okul bugün başladı. Okul is school, bugün is today, başlamak is to start, and the is simple past tense suffix instead of this ed part. And the school started today becomes school today started. because the subject of the sentence is school. After that, I need to say time, when, bugün, today, başladı, started. And tense suffix will come after the verb, and the verb will be at the end. Okay, here we go. Bugün çok hastayım. I am very sick today. Bugün, today. Çok, very. Hasta, it is sick. And last part is personal suffix for I, subject. It is today, very sick I am. Just this part is same, very sick. But the other part, today and I am, just opposite. And the subject is again ben. And starting with ben bugün çok hastayım. But it is up to you. You don't have to say ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar in your sentence because your personal suffix at the end of your verb or a noun, because this is sick, adjective, not a verb, still have personal suffix. And in that case, you need to say hastayım to say I am. I am sick. I will say hastasın for you're sick. That's why you don't have to say ben or sen or o in your sentence specifically. This is optional. I can say too. In negative sentence, yarın alışverişe gitmeyeceğim. Here, oppositely, I'll go shopping tomorrow. I won't go shopping tomorrow. And here, I will not go shopping tomorrow becomes gitmeyeceğim. You will see just one difference here. We have me. This is negative suffix in verb sentences. And it becomes I will not go. Gitmeyeceğim. But the other structure is same. And negative suffix will come after the verb. Okay. Okul bugün başlamadı. The school didn't start today. And here, started, this is didn't start. It didn't start today. And again here, başlamak was a verb. I said başlamadı. This ma is negative suffix in verb sentence too. And why we have me, why we have ma as a negative suffix? The answer is the vowel harmony. And you will see we have at least 2 types of suffix to add. And you can see some 4 types of suffixes as well. For same function, just for different vowel harmony rule. And bugün hasta değilim. Oppositely, bugün çok hastayım. I'm not sick today. And here, just değil word you saw. And why it is not ma or me? Because it is a negative suffix in verb sentence. But here it is not a verb sentence. It is a noun sentence. Bugün hasta değilim. I am not sick today. And that's why not meanings in noun sentences or adjective sentences in Turkish is değil word. And last im at the end of your sentence, which is personal suffix, is here, değil im. Because the main word is just değil. Not değil. Bugün hasta değil im. I am not sick today. Okay, we will see all of those vocabulary and all of those grammar parts in detail. Don't be in a rush. Imperative sentences. Imperative sentences, English starting with a verb like that. Come here, hurry up, shut up. But if you want to say this here, up part, they will come before your verb. You will say buraya gel, come here. The sequence is opposite. Gelmek is to come. I won't say gel buraya. It is buraya gel. Okay. Acele et. I won't say et acele. Because acele etmek is a verb which is to hurry up. And the verb part of it is second word, not the first word. The sequence is, again, opposite. Çeneni kapa, we say, shut up. And kapamak here is to shut. And we say çeneni kapa. Shut the mouth, we say. Okay, this is imperative sentence. And there is no suffix for the word and the verb in imperative sentence. This is in bare form. Gel, come. Acele et, to hurry. Kapa, shut. And these are in bare form. Okay, next one. Interrogative sentences. There are two different types of interrogative sentences. Question words or yes or no questions. Now, I really want you to be careful about the type of question sentences. First one, question words. In regular sentences, question words are usually placed at the beginning of the sentence. This is important. However, they can also come right before the verb. It doesn't change the meaning at all, but only the emphasis of the sentence changes. Ne zaman alışverişe gideceksin? This is when. Ne zaman. When will you go shopping? Hangi okula başladın? Which school did you start? And this is hangi, which. Neden hastalandın? Why did you get sick? Nereye gideceksin? Where will you go? And nereye is where, neden is why. Bugün ne yapacaksın? What will you do today? And here, ne is not at the beginning of the sentence. It is on the middle with bugün, today, and yapmak, to do verb. Bugün ne yapacaksın? I can ask only ne yapacaksın? What will you do? Or I can ask ne bugün yapacaksın? But be careful about this part. Emphasis of the sentence is important. You can change the sequence of question words if you want to make an emphasis to the verb. For example, ne zaman alışverişe gideceksin? I asked, when will you go shopping? But I can also ask like that. Alışverişe ne zaman gideceksin? Now, the word just before the verb is emphasized verb. Word. And this is a quality of Turkish sentence structure. If you use a word before verb, it is emphasized word. And you can change the sequence, this depends on your emphasis. Neden hastalandın? Why did you get sick? Just two words. Nereye gideceksin? Just two words. This is the background of question words. But let me say, question words are not only way to ask a question in Turkish. If you are asking a question which is yes or no, what I mean with yes or no. If your question is like that, is she pregnant? Is he handsome? Are you available? Something like that. Without question words. The answer is starting with yes or no. Now you will apply different structure to the sentence to make it question, and now you will have 4 types of suffixes to do it. Wow! And here, to create a yes or no question, the sentence needs interrogative particles, it is suffix, or their conjugated forms. These interrogative particles are placed at the end of the sentence. This is important. Right after the verb. This is important. For example, yarın alışverişe gidecek misin? Will you go shopping tomorrow? And the first part, let's remember, we asked this. Sorry, we said this. Yarın alışverişe gideceğim. I will go shopping tomorrow. Now, I will ask this question. Yarın alışverişe gidecek misin? And turning back. The answer is starting with yes or no, and I didn't ask when. I just asked, will you go tomorrow? And here, ne zaman alışverişe gideceksin? When will you go shopping? But you will use this mı, mi, mu, mu at the end of your sentence, but before the personal suffix. It becomes, will you go shopping tomorrow? Okay. And if I want to ask for I subject, it will be this. Yarın alışverişe gidecek miyim? And you saw this im part is related with I subject as vowel harmony and personal suffix topic. And here, this is you subject. Are you? Or you are. Misin will be are you together because it is a question suffix. Okay. Okul bugün başladı. Here. Okul bugün başladı. Sorry, where is it? Yeah, here. Okul bugün başladı. The school started today. Okay. Let's ask. Did the school start today? And here, did the school start today? Okul bugün başladı mı? Question words are at the end of the sentence. Personal suffixes are at the end of the sentence. And question suffix first and the personal suffix second. It means last suffix in the sentence. And for I, it is im. For you, it is sin. And for he, she, it, why there is no personal suffix here? Because we don't have personal suffix for he, she, it. That's why it is in bare form. Just me is enough to make it question. And why I choose me? Why don't I choose me, mu, mu? This is related with vowel harmony. Okay. Bugün hasta mısın? Are you sick today? Hasta was sick. Bugün was today. Me is question suffix. Sın is you are. And mısın becomes are you. Are you sick today? Okay, here we go. And next one is actually good news. Wrong word order in Turkish is totally okay. What I mean, because in English, you can do some word order in your sentence, but not flexible as much as Turkish. Turkish is more flexible about this, and remember the thing about emphasize that I told you. Here are some examples of how Turkish language word order can vary. And sevmek is to love. The verb is sev part. Mek is to infinitive part. Okay, sevmek. And you can change the sequence like that. And what about the rules? And where is the verb is at the end rule? You're right. Sometimes some poetic languages or some lyrics uses these kind of sentences very, very flexible. And you will see there is a special name of these sentences which is not exactly structured. Let's see the sentence. Ben kızımı seviyorum. Ben is I, kız is girl, kızım is my girl, which is daughter. And kızımı seviyorum is accusative part, it is specific object, and it is I love my daughter. Ben kızımı seviyorum. This is the best structure in Turkish. SOV. And you can say also this. Ben seviyorum kızımı. You can change the sequence and make sense. I love my daughter. Kızımı ben seviyorum. We cannot say that it does not make sense. You can make it like that, but not so common. Kızımı seviyorum ben. Okay? You changed the subject and the object sequence. It means now you want to make an emphasis to the object, to your daughter. Kızımı seviyorum ben. Okay. Seviyorum ben kızımı or seviyorum kızımı ben. I love my daughter for both of us. For both of them. And what is the difference between those sentences actually? Because they still seem like same. And don't forget that. Try to keep your verb at the end of your sentence always. But you can play a game with the other things in your sentence, which is object, which is subject, which is time, which is adverb, and just be careful about the last word just before the verb to make it emphasized. And here, ben kızımı seviyorum. The emphasized word is kızım. Ben seviyorum kızımı. I love my daughter. Emphasized word is I. Kızımı ben seviyorum. Again, emphasized word is ben. And this is more poetic. Ben seviyorum kızımı. I also changed the sequence of the verb, like a poem or a song lyric. It is possible. Kızımı seviyorum ben. And this is emphasized word just before the verb sevmek. Seviyorum ben kızımı or seviyorum kızımı ben is also poetic and lyric words like that. And it will be more clear with this next slide. Let's read it, what it says. As you can see, I mixed the word order in the sentences above, but they keep the same meaning. However, the emphasis is on different words indicated in orange texts. The emphasized word must be placed right before the verb in Turkish sentences. However, if there is nothing before the verb and it is placed at the beginning of the sentence, then the emphasis is on the verb itself. Just like the last two examples above. Here, seviyorum ben kızımı, seviyorum kızımı ben. The emphasis is on the verb itself. Okay. Using only the SOV sentence pattern doesn't necessarily mean that you speak Turkish fluently. A lot of native speakers mix up the word order when they speak in daily life, so feel free to use any sentence pattern you want. Note: the SOV pattern is accepted as the regular sentence and the other patterns are named inverted sentences. We say devrik cümle, inverted sentences in Turkish. And let's see what is inverted sentence in Turkish. Where to use inverted sentences? Inversion is used very often in Turkish. Changing the word inversion is usually made for emphasis or read. As a native speaker, I see a lot of inverted sentences in Turkish poetry and even in Turkish songs. Inverted sentences are usually used in daily conversations, Turkish literature, songs, and proverbs to make the words rhyme. Okay, modifiers in Turkish sentences. What is modifier? Let's make sure you know what is modifiers first, It is a word, phrase, or clause that functions as an adjective or adverb. A modifier provides additional information or details about another word or word group to clarify a sentence. A modifier can also be a group of words that gives more information about a noun or noun phrase to answer the which question. We say hangi, which. Other ones are groups of words that answer the when, where, how, and why questions. We are not talking about the question words here. We are talking about the questions answers. When you ask those kind of questions to this sentence like how, which, when, where, why, you will get an answer, you will get a response from the sentence. That will be your modifier. Okay. A noun can be modified by another noun when placed right before it, like that. Mutfak masası. It is kitchen table. Nouns modified by present participles. Gülümseyen çocuk. Smiling kid. Nouns modified by past participles. Yanmış ekmek. Burnt bread. Again, nouns modified by past participle. Yanmış ekmek. Burnt bread. Okay. How to make complex sentences in Turkish. You can make complex and long sentences by using Turkish conjunctions, but you can also do it by adding more info and detail to the sentence with the help of modifiers. Here is how I turned a simple sentence into a complex sentence in 8 steps. Let's see. Çay içtim. I have drunk tea. Bir fincan çay içtim. I have drunk a cup of tea. Bir fincan şekerli çay içtim. I have drunk a cup of tea with sugar. Arkadaşımla bir fincan şekerli çay içtim. I have drunk a cup of tea with sugar with my friend. Bu sabah arkadaşımla bir fincan şekerli çay içtim. I drank a cup of tea with sugar with my friend this morning. Bu sabah bir kafede arkadaşımla bir fincan şekerli çay içtim. I drank a cup of tea with sugar at a cafe with my friend this morning. Okay, hold on. Bu sabah bir kafede arkadaşımla bir fincan şekerli çay mı içtim? This is the question. Did I drink a cup of tea with sugar at a cafe with my friend this morning? Bu sabah arkadaşımla nerede bir fincan şekerli çay içtim? Where did I drink a cup of tea with sugar with my friend this morning? I think this last table will help you to understand the logic of the sequence. Again, you don't have to keep all of those informations in your mind. Don't forget that. I hope this lesson was effective and useful, and I hope my aim was successful to give you a sense of Turkish and to give you a background of sentence structure and what is the logic behind it. Till the next class, take care of yourself. You know I'm always here. You can ask all of your questions under this page, or you can contact me via email. Take care of yourself. See you. Görüşürüz.